JMac Customs railed dust cover attaches to any Kalashnikov patterned firearm that's utilizing the JMac Customs MMS handguard system. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install the railed dust cover on this Zastava M70. We're going to start by disassembling the M70 and removing the factory dust cover. Now you can go ahead and set your dust cover, bolt carrier, and group aside. We will be reusing your recoil spring and the front section of your recoil guide rod. So we're going to start off by swapping out this rear section of our recoil spring with the rear section for the railed dust cover. To do that, go ahead and compress your recoil spring. And you're going to take that front section and make a T. That's going to allow you to remove this cap on the end. And your spring will come apart. Now we're going to go ahead and compress that spring back onto the MMS rear guide rod. And we're going to again make that T. Go ahead and put that end piece back on. And now our recoil spring and guide rod is assembled. Now what allows the JMac Customs railed dust cover to return to zero every time is our proprietary anchor. So this is going to sit inside of your receiver, and that is what your recoil spring is going to sit into, and it's going to allow it to center every time you close that dust cover. This uses a single set screw, and as you install it, you want to make sure that you depress this button in the rear of your receiver. Then go ahead, torque up that set screw, and your lower anchor is installed. Now to install our railed dust cover, we're going to go ahead and start by loosening the two screws on both sides of the dust cover. We're not backing these screws all the way out, we just want to loosen them so that there's no tension on the hinge bracket. If you take a look on your lower MMS mount, you're going to see these two thread holes on both sides. That's where our hinge bracket is going to attach. In order to attach the hinge bracket, we first need to flip our rear sight out of the way. And just for these Zastava pattern rifles, we need to flip our gas tube lever all the way forward prior to installing the railed dust cover. With the gas tube lever forward and our rear sight forward, we can go ahead and attach our railed dust cover. Now we're going to start off by installing our 4 screws, but we're just going to get those threads started. We're not going to apply any final torque to them just yet. Once you have your 4 screws about hand tight, then you can go around and apply final torque in a crisscross pattern. Now once your 4 screws are torqued up and you have your rear sight in place, we can go ahead and apply torque to the 2 screws that attach the hinge bracket to the actual railed dust cover. If you take a look at the proprietary bolts used to attach the dust cover to the hinge bracket, you're going to notice that it's shaped like an octagon. There's 8 different sides on here, and that's going to allow you to adjust your railed dust cover up, down, forward, and back to make sure it's a perfect fit on your particular firearm. Once you have your locking pieces in position, you're going to use the 2 included Allen keys to apply torque to those hinge bracket screws. Once you have those screws installed, we can go ahead and reassemble our firearm. And that's how easy it is to install the rail dust cover on your Zastava pattern firearm. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out using the contact form on the JMac Customs website. Thanks for watching.